Hello, my friends. It's Melissa, and today we're talking about one of the hardest working and most overlooked appliances in your kitchen, the range hood. It hangs there quietly above your stove, but its job is incredibly important. Every time you cook, it pulls smoke, steam, and tiny grease particles out of the air. This keeps your kitchen air cleaner and fresher. When the range hood is working well, it stops those cooking smells from lingering on your furniture and curtains. It's truly the unsung hero of a clean and pleasant-smelling home, working silently to improve your daily life. But what happens when we forget to clean it? Over time, all that grease and grime builds up. This buildup can make your range hood less effective. The fan has to work much harder to pull air through clogged filters, which can strain the motor and shorten its lifespan. A dirty hood doesn't just look bad, it can also start to smell. That trapped grease can go rancid, creating a stale, unpleasant odor in your kitchen. So giving your range hood a little attention isn't just about looks, it's about making sure it can do its job properly for years to come. Beyond performance and smells, there's a serious safety reason to keep your range hood clean. That sticky layer of grease is highly flammable. If you have a kitchen fire, even a small one on the stovetop, a greasy range hood can help the flames spread quickly. It's a fire hazard that many people don't even think about. Regular cleaning removes this fuel source, making your kitchen a much safer place for you and your family. It's a simple step that provides significant peace of mind every time you turn on your stove to cook a meal for your loved ones. Finally, a clean range hood contributes to better air quality inside your home. Cooking, especially frying or searing at high heat, releases pollutants into the air. Your range hood is designed to capture these particles before you breathe them in. When the filters are blocked with grease, these pollutants can circulate back into your kitchen and throughout your house. This is especially important for people with allergies or asthma. By keeping your range hood clean, you're not just tidying up, you're actively creating a healthier living environment for everyone under your roof. It's a small task with big rewards. So, how do you know when your range hood is crying out for help? You don't have to wait for a major problem to know it's time for a clean. One of the most obvious signs is a visible layer of sticky, yellowish-brown grease on the surfaces. You might see it on the underside of the hood, on the buttons, or coating the filters. If you touch the surface and it feels tacky or gummy, that's a clear signal that grease has built up. Don't ignore this sticky situation. It's your hood's way of telling you it needs a good scrub down. Another key indicator is a change in performance. Pay attention to how well the fan is working. If you turn it on and it seems louder than usual, or if it sounds like it's straining, the motor might be working overtime because of clogged filters. You might also notice that smoke and steam are not clearing from the kitchen as quickly as they used to. If your smoke alarm goes off more often while you're cooking, that's a big red flag. It means your range hood isn't effectively pulling the smoke out of the air, and a cleaning is definitely overdue. Your nose can also tell you when it's time to clean. A dirty range hood can trap old food particles and grease, which can start to smell stale or rancid over time. If you notice a persistent, unpleasant cooking smell in your kitchen even when you haven't been cooking, the source might be your range hood. This lingering odor is a sign that old grease is hanging around and needs to be cleaned away. A clean hood should leave your kitchen smelling fresh, not like last night's dinner. This is a simple sensory cue that can guide your cleaning schedule. Lastly, take a look at the lights on your range hood. The light covers can also get coated in a film of grease, which makes them look dim and yellow. If the area under your hood seems darker than it used to be, it might not be the bulbs. It could just be a layer of grime blocking the light. Cleaning the light covers is a quick and easy task that can make a big difference in your cooking space. When you see any of these signs, stickiness, poor suction, bad smells, or dim lights, it's time to roll up your sleeves and give your range hood the natural cleaning it deserves. You don't need a cabinet full of harsh chemicals to get your range hood sparkling clean. In fact, you probably have everything you need right in your pantry. The star of our natural cleaning show is baking soda. It's a fantastic, gentle abrasive that helps cut through tough, baked-on grease without scratching surfaces. It also works as a great deodorizer, leaving your kitchen smelling fresh. Next, you'll want some white vinegar. The acid in vinegar is perfect for dissolving grease and mineral deposits, and it leaves a beautiful, streak-free shine, especially on stainless steel. Another essential item is a good dish soap, preferably a plant-based one that is known for its grease-fighting power. A few drops of dish soap can work wonders when combined with hot water to help lift and wash away grime. For some extra cleaning muscle, especially for stubborn spots, you can use boiling water. The heat from the water helps to melt and loosen the grease, making it much easier to scrub away. These simple ingredients form the foundation of our powerful, non-toxic cleaning solutions that are safe for your home and family. Now let's talk about tools. You'll need a few basic things to make the job easier. Grab some microfiber cloths. They are amazing for cleaning and polishing without leaving lint behind. You'll also need a non-abrasive scrub brush or an old toothbrush for getting into tight corners and scrubbing the filters. A large pot or a sink stopper is necessary for soaking the filters in hot water. Finally, a spray bottle will be very handy for applying your homemade cleaning solutions directly onto the surfaces of the hood. These simple tools are all you need to tackle this cleaning project effectively. For an extra boost of freshness and cleaning power, I love to use lemons. The citric acid in lemon juice is another great grease cutter, and it leaves behind a wonderful, clean scent. You can use lemon juice in your cleaning solutions or rub a cut lemon directly on stubborn spots. With these simple, natural ingredients and basic tools, you are fully equipped to deep clean your range hood. You can feel good knowing you're avoiding harsh chemicals and using safe, effective alternatives that are better for your health and the environment. Let's get cleaning! Alright, let's get down to business. The first step is always safety. Make sure your stove and range hood are turned off. If you can, unplug the range hood completely to be extra safe. Now, we'll start with the dirtiest part, the filters. Most range hoods have metal mesh filters that you can easily remove. They usually have a small latch or handle. Gently slide or pop them out and take a good look. They are probably coated in a sticky layer of grease. This is where the magic of our natural cleaning begins, and it's so satisfying to see them get clean. Next, it's time to give those filters a hot bath. Fill a large pot or your kitchen sink with the hottest water you can get from your tap. If your tap water isn't hot enough, you can boil a few kettles of water and carefully pour it into the sink. Add about a half cup of baking soda and a good squeeze of degreasing dish soap to the water. Swish it around a bit to dissolve everything. Now carefully place the greasy filters into the hot water solution. Make sure they are completely submerged. Let them soak for at least 20 to 30 minutes. While the filters are soaking, we can clean the rest of the hood. Start with the fan blades and the area behind the filters. Mix up a simple cleaning spray using 1 part white vinegar and 2 parts hot water in a spray bottle. Add a few drops of dish soap for extra power. Spray the solution inside the hood and let it sit for a few minutes to break down the grease. Then, use a microfiber cloth or a soft brush to wipe everything down. An old toothbrush is perfect for cleaning around the fan blades and in tight corners. Now for the outside of the hood. Use the same vinegar and water spray. Spray it onto a microfiber cloth instead of directly onto the surface to avoid drips. Wipe down the entire exterior, including the buttons and the light cover. If you have stainless steel, always wipe in the direction of the grain to prevent streaks. By now, your filters should be ready. Use your non-abrasive brush to scrub away any remaining grease. Rinse them thoroughly with hot water and let them dry completely before putting them back. And just like that, your range hood is clean, safe, and ready to work. Having a few go-to homemade cleaner recipes makes natural cleaning so much easier. These are my favorite tried-and-true solutions that work wonders on kitchen grease. The first one is my basic degreasing spray. It's perfect for everyday wipe downs and for cleaning the interior and exterior of the hood. Simply mix 1 part white vinegar with 2 parts hot water in a spray bottle. Add about 1 teaspoon of a good plant-based dish soap. Shake it gently to combine. The vinegar cuts through the grease and the soap helps to lift it away. It's simple, effective, and costs pennies to make. For those extra tough baked-on grease spots, you'll need my heavy-duty grease paste. This stuff is amazing. In a small bowl, mix about a half cup of baking soda with just enough water to form a thick paste, similar to the consistency of toothpaste. You can also add a few drops of dish soap for more cleaning power. Apply this paste directly onto the stubborn, greasy areas. Let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes. The baking soda will work to break down the hardened grease, making it much easier to scrub off with a soft brush without scratching the surface. Another fantastic recipe is my lemon and vinegar power soak. This is what I recommend for soaking those grimy filters. Fill your sink or a large pot with boiling water. Add a half cup of baking soda and a 1/4 cup of white vinegar. Be careful, as it will fizz up. This chemical reaction is what helps to loosen the grease. Then add a generous squirt of dish soap and the juice of 1 whole lemon. You can even toss the lemon halves into the water. This powerful combination will melt the grease right off your filters while they soak. Finally, for keeping your stainless steel hood looking its best, I have a simple two-step polishing solution. After cleaning the stainless steel with your basic degreasing spray, you need to polish it to get that beautiful shine. For the polish, you just need a microfiber cloth and a little bit of a neutral oil, like olive oil or mineral oil. Put a few drops of oil on a clean, dry microfiber cloth and buff the surface, always moving in the direction of the grain. This removes any final streaks and leaves a protective layer that resists fingerprints. Once you've done the hard work of deep cleaning your range hood, you'll want to keep it that way for as long as possible. The key to this is regular, light maintenance. You don't have to do a deep clean every week. My top tip is to give the outside of your range hood a quick wipe down once a week. You can use your basic degreasing spray and a microfiber cloth. This takes less than a minute and prevents that sticky layer of grease from ever building up. It's a simple habit that makes a huge difference. Another great habit to get into is cleaning up as you cook. If you have a grease splatter while you're frying, wipe it off the hood right away once the surface has cooled down. Fresh grease is much easier to clean than grease that has had time to harden and cure. Keeping a spray bottle of your DIY cleaner handy makes this super easy. Think of it as part of your cooking cleanup routine, just like wiping down the countertops. This proactive approach will save you a lot of scrubbing later on. Don't forget about the filters. While they don't need a deep soak every week, you should check on them monthly. A quick rinse under hot water can wash away any light buildup. I recommend scheduling a full filter soak, like the one we did in our step-by-step guide, every 1 to 3 months, depending on how often you cook. If you do a lot of frying or heavy cooking, aim for once a month. If you cook less frequently, every 3 months should be plenty to keep them working efficiently and safely. My final pro tip is to always use your range hood fan when you cook. It might seem obvious, but many people forget to turn it on. Turn the fan on before you start cooking and leave it on for about 10 to 15 minutes after you've finished. This ensures that all the steam, smoke, and grease particles are captured and vented outside or filtered. Using the fan consistently is the single best thing you can do to prevent grease buildup and maintain good air quality, making your future cleaning tasks much easier. Sometimes, even with the best techniques, you'll run into a spot of grease that just won't budge. For these extra stubborn areas, don't give up and reach for a harsh chemical. Instead, we can level up our natural cleaning game. My go-to method is to use the heavy-duty grease paste we made earlier, but this time, we'll add some heat. Apply the baking soda paste to the tough spot, and then carefully spray it with a little bit of white vinegar. It will start to fizz and bubble. Let that reaction happen for a few minutes. After the fizzing stops, gently scrub the area with a non-abrasive scrub brush or an old toothbrush. The combination of the abrasive paste and the chemical reaction should loosen the baked-on grime. If it's still stuck, you can try applying heat with a hairdryer or a steamer. Gently warming the greasy spot can help to melt it, making it easier to wipe away with your microfiber cloth. Patience is key here. It might take a couple of applications, but this natural method will work without damaging your appliance's finish. Caring for stainless steel can feel tricky because it shows every fingerprint and streak. The secret is to clean it first, then polish it. After you've degreased the surface with your vinegar spray, you might notice some streaks. To get rid of them, you need to do a final rinse. Dampen a clean microfiber cloth with plain water and wipe the entire surface again, always following the grain. Then, use a second, completely dry microfiber cloth to buff the surface dry. This two-step rinsing and drying process is often all you need for a perfect finish. For that extra showroom shine and to help repel future fingerprints, use the oil polishing trick. Put a few drops of olive oil or mineral oil on a dry cloth and buff it into the stainless steel, moving with the grain. This creates a beautiful, even sheen and a thin protective barrier. Remember, with stainless steel, the direction you wipe matters most. Always go with the grain, from start to finish. Following these simple steps will keep your stainless steel range hood looking brand new and make you feel like a true cleaning pro in your own home.